Okay, so we are now recording. Hey, everyone who is, if you're watching this at a different time than right now, sorry you missed the beginning because I forgot to start the YouTube live, but we're going now, and we are in chapter 36. Okay, I'm going to switch back to the text here. Okay, so that one, Ambiorix responded that if he wished to speak with them, it was allowed, that he hoped to be able to impress this, to be impressed by the multitude, that which pertains to the safety or to the safety of the soldiers. Now, do note that here odd is the object, salutem is the object of odd. So that's accusative, but militum is genitive, even though they both look like accusative endings, but miles is the third, so that's our genitive plural. Okay. Ipsi vero nihil nocitum ire. Oh, check that out. Ooh, that's so exciting. What is nocitum ire?
Is it another supine?
It is not.
Oh.
Although it kind of uses the supine form there. Plus, it's essentially the supine plus eerie. Now, this is a form that I said is so rare that often textbooks don't have it. But here we have it right here. So this is actually, and you'll always get this, a note on this, almost always get a note on this. Mm-hmm. It is the future passive infinitive. So if you, like last year when we were, or 2 years ago when we were like talking about all the infinitives, in Ecce Romani it had like everyone but this one, and there was a note that there is a form, but it's so rare we're not going to talk about it. Well, here it is. So
it's the supine and then a present passive infinitive.
No, it is the future passive infinitive. And the future passive infinitives is formed with the supine plus eerie.
Oh. Okay. So does it always have eerie?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And that's like the only time you ever see eerie, because eerie doesn't work by itself, because it'd be like a passive infinitive of to go, which doesn't work, right? Mm-hmm. You can't be gone. Or to be gone. I don't know. I can't even think how you translate a passive to go. But so, and here again, it's still working in our indirect discourse. So our indirect statement. So nothing would be harmed to him, which is just another way of saying he would not be harmed. He wouldn't be harmed when he went to go talk to Ambiorix. So Ambiorix says, yeah, come on, let's have a conference. And Sabinus, so he's urging Sabinus to come with the conference. Inque eam rem se suam fidem interponere. And in eam rem,
Like in such things.
Yeah, keep it singular. In such a thing. Like the matter at hand about peace. Say, well, and actually probably even more specifically, the fact that he won't be harmed. And
Okay.
in this matter, he, meaning ambiorix, interponere,
Placed between
suam fidem,
like his fate.
his
Their
faith.
fate.
Yeah, meaning that he's swearing. He places his trust, his faith in this matter. That Sabinus won't be harmed if he comes to conference. Ille, meaning meaning Sabinus, communicate
Communicates with.
Kota Saucio. Saucio means injured.
Oh.
And remember that Kota's injured because he took a sling to the face up here. So Sabinus communicates with injured Kota. Si videator,
Like if he is seen.
yeah, maybe just it is seen. If it or it seems.
Got it.
Ut
That.
pugna excadant,
I don't know.
what's excada?
To go out.
Yeah, to depart. Pugna.
Battle.
Et cum ambiorige una colloquantur. Oh, you notice this is plural. So that if it seemed like they could depart from battle, and the they here is going to be Sabinus and Coda, the two generals.
Okay,
And,
sorry, cut out for a minute.
yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
And Una is together.
Oh, okay.
And together they could converse with ambiorix.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep, that's exactly right. That they could talk together. So remember Sabinus in previously, Sabinus was the one that wanted to leave the camp because Ambiorix told them to. And Coda was like, no, we shouldn't be listening to Ambiorix. And so now in this middle of, they've been ambushed, and now Sabinus sees Ambiorix, sends a messenger, and Ambiorix is like, sure, come on, let's have a conference. And so now he goes to Coda and is like, hey, we should go have a conference with Ambiorix. He really never learns his lesson, does he? He hoped, and this is what Sabinus is saying. He hoped ab eo,
Like from him.
de sua ac militum salute.
I don't know.
Well, regarding the safety, sua salute.
Like their safety.
Yeah. Ac militum. Ac salute militum.
Like the safety of the soldiers.
Impetrare posse.
They
He hoped
wait.
to, or to be able to obtain. So this is what Sabinus hopes. He hopes, he wants to convey that he hopes from him regarding his and the soldier, or theirs and the soldier's safety, to be able to obtain. So what do you think Coda's going to say to this?
That it's a bad idea.
That it's a bad idea, right? Coda negat. What's quid significat nego negare?
Oh, to deny.
To deny. And this is all, this here is what he denies. So it's an indirect statement.
Got
He
it.
denies that he
That he like go to the enemy. Oh wait, to the enemy's arms.
keep it to the enemy, but this is just what is the enemy is an armed enemy. Hey, Abby.
Hello, I was at the dentist. Sorry I'm late.
No. Now you have nice clean teeth. So Coda denied that he would go to an armed enemy, right? Which is like not a brilliant thing to do when you've just been ambushed. Atque in eo perseverat. What's this? Perseverat.
It looks like persevere.
To persist.
Yeah, he persisted in eo, in this thing, right? In this, meaning that he's not going to do it. The interesting thing about this, right? If we have fault with Coda, it's because he gave up when they had that big argument that went halfway through the night, right? He eventually does give in to Sabinus and they depart. But here he's like, no, he persists in that, in his opinion. He's sort of done giving in to Sabinus's stupid ideas. Okay, so let's see what happens with this idea. So this is chapter 37. Sabinus, quos in praesentia tribunos militum circum se habebat, et primorum ordinum centuriones se sequi iubet. So, Sabinus iubet.
Sabinus orders.
And this is who he's ordering, right? Quos in praesentia tribunos, quos tribunos in praesentia, tribunos militum. This is a military position.
Like the tributes are in the same, like militia.
Yeah, the tributes of the soldiers. Or
Got
the,
it.
I'm sorry, the tribunes of the soldiers. Tributes are taxes. Tribunes are military officers. So
Got
those tribunes of the soldiers in praesentia. Well, what does that look like?
Present.
Present, yeah, in presence, in the presence. Circum se habebat. Quos habebat, whom he had, circum se,
Around him.
around him. Et primorum ordinum centuriones.
The first order.
Centuriones.
Centurions.
Centurions. Yeah, this is the ranking. So the centurions of the first orders. These are the highest ranking centurions, right? And that's genitive describing the centurions. He ordered sequi, say sequi.
He ordered them to follow him.
Et cum proprius ambiorgem accisset. What's this accisset?
Like access.
Yes. And what is access? It is to go close to something. Because remember that the root word here, and this is one that students often forget, but is so common.
To withdraw.
Yeah, cato caderis, to withdraw by itself, but whenever we attach it, it's always something to go. So here, this is ad cato, which would be to approach,
Got it.
to go towards. So when he had approached, when he had gone proprius ambiorigem, prope,
Like near.
what's proprius then?
Oh, nearer.
Near, yeah, it's just the comparative adverb. Nearer to ambiorix. Usus arma obiacere. What's the root word of obiacere?
Is it? Never mind.
No, you're probably right. It's Yakio.
Really? Okay, but I thought there was another letter.
There is. It drops off in a lot of often when you add the prefix.
Okay. Fair enough.
So what's obiacere?
To be thrown from.
Yeah, or to throw away.
Oh.
So ordered
Are to be thrown away.
Oh, keep it active. Not to be thrown away, but to throw away.
To throw away arms.
Yeah. And this is Sabinus. Sabinus ordered to throw away arms. Oh, it just gets better, doesn't it? Imperatum facet.
Ordered to make.
Oh, reverse that.
Make.
Sabinus facet imperatum.
To make. I thought this was like emperor, like in there, like ruler, but I don't think that was right.
No, it's like a command.
Okay.
A ruler, what does a ruler do? But
Rules.
right? Commands. But he makes the command, and suis ut, and to his own men, ut idem faciant. Oh, it makes the command. He having been ordered to throw down arms, he completed the command, meaning Sabinus threw down arms. And what else did he do? Imperat suis.
Like, orders them.
Yeah, them, meaning his own men.
To make the
Idem
same.
faciant.
To make the same.
Make the same, meaning to throw down arms. So he puts aside his own weapons and tells all of his men, all of these like officers that he's dragged with him, they all put down their arms. You can see where this is going, right? Interim dum conditiones inter se agunt.
Meanwhile, then.
Oh, and agunt here, to do or drive, but agunt, especially when we're talking about conference, maybe to discuss. Meanwhile, while they were discussing,
Yeah, conditions. It's a condition.
the conditions of peace, right?
Mhm.
Say,
Between them.
longiorque
Longer.
consulto ab ambiorge instituitur sermo. With a speech with a sort of maybe a deliberate speech instituted,
From Ambiorix.
yeah, by Ambiorix. A longior sermo, a longer speech was instituted by Ambiorix, and maybe consulto by practice, by with reason. Why is Ambiorix making a longer speech? He's stalling.
Battle strategy.
Yeah. So yeah, come, put down your arms. We'll have a little conference. And this conference seems to go on a little longer than it needs to. Palatum, circum ventus,
Circle around, surrounds Sabinus.
referring to Sabinus. Sabinus circled around interficator.
To carry through.
No, interficios to kill.
Okay, we talked about this, and I was like, "What is this?" Yep, I caught.
But it's passive.
Was killed.
Yeah, Sabinus encircled little. Oh, and Palatum, it's not just in a little while. It's like little by little. Because it's playing on that like that longior sermo. So Ambiorix is stalling. He's making this long speech, and little by little, the Roman delegation here is encircled and then killed. And you notice it's singular here because it's just Sabinus, but it's really not just Sabinus. It's all of these officers that Sabinus took with him. Tum vero sue more victoriam conclamant. Clamant victoriam.
They shout, I don't know, Victoria.
Victory! Victory!
Suo more, according to their custom. So then truly, according to their custom, they shouted victory. Atque ululatum tolunt.
Hey, that's onomatopoeia.
It is, yes. What is ululatus?
Ulululu. They were like
Ululation or whatever.
ululation. Yeah.
It's usually translated as like a howl.
Oh, howling.
But yeah, this is they lift up a howl. Yeah, it's often used for like a wolf or something, but yeah. Impetuque in nostros facto ordines turbant.
In our order.
Into our lines.
They like interrupted or bothered.
Yeah, they disturbed into our lines. Well, okay, so they disturbed our men, really. impetum in nostros ordines facto. You notice the impeto facto, nostros ordines. We have an example here, an unusual example, I think, of synthesis that we get a lot in like Virgil, but not so much in Caesar. So they disturbed they disturbed our men with a attack having been made into our lines. So they've killed one of the generals, they've killed Sabinus, they've killed many of the officers now, and now they're just making an assault on the Romans. Ibi Lucius Coda Pugnans Interficator.
Coda was like killed.
Pugnans.
Like fight?
Fighting. Yeah,
Fight.
present participle. There, Lucius Coda fighting is killed. Notice that he is killed, so he's the other general, but Coda is killed fighting. Sabinus was killed having put down his arms in this deceitful council. Cum maxima parte militum.
With the large part of the soldiers.
Relinqui militum.
Released or like relinquished?
The remaining.
Oh, the remaining. Okay.
Se in castra recipiunt.
The remaining of them stayed in the camp.
Well, they received themselves into the camp, meaning that most of the soldiers were killed here. Those that escaped returned back to the Roman camp. Unde erant aggressi.
This is not the wave. Yesterday I said it was a wave. It was not. So it's under.
From where?
From where they like retreated.
Maybe had gone. Meaning they returned to the same camp that they had left. Ex quibus.
Out of which?
Lucius Petrosidius Aquilofer.
Oh, it says eagle bearer.
The eagle bearer, remember in like the Battle of Britain and the eagle bearer of the 10th? Now we're going to get another eagle bearer who shows bravery. Lucius Petrosidius, the eagle bearer, cum magna multitudinem hostium cremator. You notice the cum and premator are circumstantial subjunctive here.
Got it.
What's premo primary? Premo primary pressi pressus.
Oh, to press.
Yeah. So cum premator.
When he pressed.
When he passive.
When he had been pressed.
Yeah, or when he was pressed by magna multitudine hostium.
By a great multitude of
Enemies.
Of enemies. Aquilum intra wallum projecit.
Wait, Dr. Riggs, is it eagle bear?
Eagle,
Or
like
eagle what?
Eagle bear, like
Like the bearer of eagles?
the carrier.
Oh, I thought it was an eagle bear, like a bear eagle.
Bearer.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, think about this. It's from Pharaoh Ferry Tuli Latus, right? To carry.
Got it. That makes more sense.
So what did he do when he's pressed by the enemies?
He threw the eagles
Intra wallum.
into the, I don't know.
loose.
The walls.
The wall of the camp.
Well,
So-
he's not taking his job very seriously.
He is taking his job very seriously. Outside the camp. He hasn't made it into the camp. And so he's being pressed by the enemies. So if he dies, the eagle falls into their hands. So what does he do? He throws it within the walls. He
Oh.
hurls it over the wall of the camp.
He's like, save yourself. And he throws him into the camp to be safe. Okay.
So, ipse procastris fortissime pugnons occiditur.
For the same camp or themselves. Wait,
This is just talking about the eagle bear.
he the same towards the camp,
In front of the camp.
front of the camp, fought bravely,
Fighting bravely.
fighting bravely,
Oh, not just fighting bravely, but fortissime.
more bravely,
Yeah, very bravely.
very brave.
Okay.
Occiditur.
Falls. Something.
Yeah, really falls. Okido is a synonym for interficio.
Dies. Sad.
He is killed.
But the Eagles are safe.
Yeah, he is killed. So Caesar here is highlighting his great bravery, right? He's not thinking about himself, he's thinking about the eagle. He throws it within the walls, and then he, fighting bravely, is killed in front of the camp. Ille aegre ad noctem appugnationem sustenet. There's our subject, there's our verb, and there's our direct object. So, ille sustenent.
He sustains. Or they sustain?
Plural. They sustain. These are the remainders of the soldiers.
Oh. Got it.
And what do they sustain?
Fighting
The fighting. Ad noctem,
through the night.
through the night. Noctu, ablative.
With night or by night.
Ablative of time. Just at night.
At night.
Ad unum. Omnes ad unum. Literally all to the one. So all is one.
All is one. Are safe.
Oh, safety,
Despairs. Like
having been despaired.
sad.
Right.
No,
Having
all died.
despaired of safety. That's an ablative absolute. Se ipsi interficiunt.
They died.
No. Not they. What's interficio? Isn't quite to die, but
To fall.
to kill.
To kill. Oh. Never mind.
Interficiunt se. Reflexive.
They killed them?
They
They killed
killed.
themselves?
They killed themselves.
Ow.
Each and every one, having despaired of safety, at night killed themselves.
What?
So these
They
are
just give up?
the people that had made it out of the ambush in the valley, made their way back to the camp, but they couldn't sustain the fight, so they all killed themselves at night.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Really dark.
Isn't that pleasant?
Oh my gosh. Happy spring break, everyone.
So the question then is raised in this horrible disaster. Most of the people are killed in the valley in this ambush. Those that make it out, then make it back to the camp and are killed at the camp. Well, how does Caesar know about this? Pauci ex proli lapsi Lopsy is from labor, lobby, lopsus.
Oh, is that like to like slide or something?
To slip, to slide, to fall. A few having slipped ex proilio,
Mm,
ex pugna,
oh, out of the battle.
in certis itineribus.
Into the journey
Yeah, with uncertain journeys
with uncertain journey through the woods
through the woods, ad titum libenium legatum,
to the general Titus Libenius, probably
erna,
in sleep.
it,
Like
what's
the
Ibenorum? We've seen this a lot in Caesar.
that winter, like winter quarters.
Yeah, winter quarters. So by uncertain pathways, so these are people, like most of the people, the bulk of the people escaped and went back to the camp, but some just sort of like escaped from the battle and then were like scattered. And so this is the uncertain journeys, meaning that they were kind of here and there, a few, and it's just a few, through woods to Titus Libenius, the general, the legate, in winter quarters, Herveniunt.
They arrive.
They arrived. Atque eum,
And make certain
make him certain
and make him certain of these things.
about these things, these deeds. Literally the about these deeds done.
Gestures.
So and this phrase certior certiorem faciunt, we often translate as just inform, to literally to make more certain, but it means to inform. So now we find out, and ultimately this is how Caesar's going to find out what had happened. Otherwise, it would just we wouldn't have any idea because everyone died. But a few did make it out, and Caesar is explaining that they made their way to Titus Libenius, who then later would be telling Caesar what happened, so he could record all this, which is what we're reading. Okay, that's the end of our battle.
Whoa. Exciting.
Now we'll have to hear what Ambiorix does after this victory. That's in 38. So I think next time we have also sort of 2 chapters, but 38 is a little shorter. And then we'll do 38 and 39 tomorrow.
Okay.
Cool. You guys have any questions?
I don't think so. Is there, I guess I was gone last week. Should I just get notes from somebody?
Yeah, why don't you get notes and take a look at it. If you have any questions, you can let me know. We can always go over any sections that you want to go over. But you could either take notes. There's also like online, there's some good review. I would just go over it yourself, watch the AP video on those sections, and you should be good. But if you have any questions, then let me know.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay, hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Maybe. I'll try to make it.
Excellent. Okay,
But,
bye.
yeah.